Getting a job in Canada or be called by employers to resume at a place of work depends on how well you prepare your resume or you prepare your CV. They are both the same thing, but here in Canada, we call it the resume. As a result, the Canadians here have the recruiters who have prepared a specific format. Okay, so they would want you to prepare your CV in this particular format and in this particular order because they know what they want. They know what they are looking for, and that way it will be easy for them to scan through your CV even in a few seconds. So most times when people come into Canada, they apply for jobs and submit applications using the resume and the CVs that they were using previously in their home country. In the video we are making today, I'll be teaching you how to prepare a real resume using the Canadian standard.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get.
In other words, the resume of the Canadian format. And I'll be using a real life example. This is the specific resume that I used to apply for the job that I got, and I have gotten more than 3, 4, 5 job offers at a time before I decided to settle on one. So the first thing you would want to do when you are preparing your resume is you should have a laptop. Do not ever prepare your resume using your phone. No matter how sophisticated your phone is, please do me a favor. Always use a laptop to prepare your resume. Okay? So once you get started on your laptop, ensure to use the Microsoft Word and use Times New Roman using number 12. So now let's get started. So right here in my system, so I have this resume prepared already. This is a Canadian resume format. So some other kind of formats you'll see here in Canada, they have like lines written. Like after you have the name, then a line will be ruled down here. After you have a summary, here this summary ends here, right, just before skills. Another line will be ruled down there to separate it. Where you have experience, another line will be ruled down there, but I didn't do it. The most important thing was that I followed their format, but I tried to give my CV a specific touch and a unique touch. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do, see here, I have Times New Roman and I'm using number 12, okay? And then the next thing I'm doing now is to write my first name, Diamonds, and my last name, Nations. And you have the right to go ahead to increase the font character of this one, okay? So for my name, I increase the font character to number 20, as you can see here, number 20. So, and that you can also go ahead as well to bold it. So when you are done, you come down here and you put your email address. You have your email address. You have your Canadian phone number. Please, if you arrive and you have not gotten the phone number yet, do not put the phone number you are using in your home country, because more often than not, most recruiters and employers would like to call you directly because they want to hear from you. So ensure to put in your phone number, and then you put your postal code, the postal code of the province in which you are staying. So I have this as the province where I'm staying. And then the first thing you should have is your summary. Your summary is also in 12 Times New Roman, and I bolded it. Okay, I have my summary in Times New Roman number 12, and as you can see, it is in bold. So I have here a dedicated professional with demonstrated skills in customer service and time management, experience working in challenging environments, to provide customer-focused resolutions and feedback, and willing to take up any task to support a team and to help the business to succeed. So basically with this summary, I can do any kind of job because this summary is very detailed. You can go ahead to put your own summary the way it fits you. Just make sure you use this specific format that I'm giving to you. So the next thing you want to put is your skills. So when you want to put your skills, you put those things that you know how to do best, even if you don't have a certification in them. So there are two ways of putting down your skills. You can put your skills in bullet form, or you can put your skills in a note form. But for me, I did mine in bullet form. I have here 5 to 6 bullet points where I explained my skills. Okay, then after skills, the next thing you want to do is to write your experience. So when you are writing your experience, always try to write out the most current experience, like the most recent place that you've worked. If you're coming into Canada for the first time, it means you have not worked in any organization in Canada, right? So that last place you worked in your home country should be your most recent work experience, and ensure that the date is very current, like the date is not far back. Okay, so since this is my current CV, so I have my current place of work, Littlebirds Academy, Hillcrest HC. Put my job as an educator, January 2023 to present, and then I went ahead to put my duties and responsibilities. So I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so these 5 that I put here, these are my duties and my responsibility as an educator in the center where I work. So when you are done with that, because I explained to you that the first thing you should do is to put on your current place of work, right? Or the last place that you worked. When you're done with that, then you can go ahead to add subsequent work experience that you have. So subsequent work experience that I have here, I have Expo 2020 Dubai. I worked at Slovenian Pavilion in Dubai, UAE. That was for the Expo 2020, where I was a project coordinator, and I put in the date from October 2021 to March 2022 and a date. So I went ahead to put my job description. I had more than 6 or 7 job roles, and then I also went ahead to mention other jobs that I did. You can see that for 2016 to 2018. I went ahead to put in my job description as well. And then we go down to the education. Okay, so education, you want to mention your most recent, right? You want to mention your most recent qualification or education. So let's assume that my most recent education is I'm having my Masters of Management in Halloween University, Hillcrest. So I went ahead to put that, and I put in my expected date of graduation where I will have that degree. Now, because I don't have that degree, I went ahead to give a reason why that degree will be useful to me in my job search. So you can see I said, as a bachelor degree in business administration, a master of management will give me a solid foundation of business training and leadership development to prepare for a career in the business world. The program will enhance my interpersonal skill, written and verbal communication, problem solving and decision making abilities, as well as expand my knowledge of research techniques and application. Guys, this CV is award winning. This resume is award winning because you can use it for any kind of job. The words are so powerful and unique. Okay, and then I went ahead to mention my university, University of Lagos, Nigeria, since I schooled in Nigeria, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, and I graduated in January 2020, and I graduated in January 2017. I graduated with a GPA of 3.93. I mentioned that, of course, because that's the reason why I got admission to study for my Masters in Management, and I also had a distinction in my project work. And so I'll end up my CV or my resume to say that I have a certification in the first aid and CPR AED in UN Canada for 2023. Please guys, on this note, I would like you guys to know that in as much as you have a first aid certificate, a CPR, AED in any part of the world, even if you have from the United States of America or you have in UK, or you have in Australia, on arriving to Canada, before you get a job in certain places, those certificates will not be accepted. You will need to go for another first aid certificates. Okay, so I did mine here because in Dubai I already had one which I got from the US, but it wasn't accepted. I also added that I have a Rethinking Early Learning Environment Self-Led PL 2023, Exploring the Outdoor with Infants and Toddlers 2023. So these are all education related certificates. I have more of that with now I have more which I can add, but I'm not in a hurry to prepare a CV right now. So this is basically how you need to prepare your resume. Now, on a good note, I would like to let you guys know that when you're preparing your CV or your resume here in Canada and you want recruiters to call you fast, sharply, do not let your CV be more than 2 pages. Your CV, your resume should be 1 page, maximum 2 pages. You can see my CV here, it ends here. It's just 2 pages. Any CV or resume that is more than 2 pages will become boring to the reader. It will become boring to the recruiter. So do me well, do yourself a favor, and do me a favor as well, and ensure that your resume is not more than 2 pages. Go ahead to make your resume 1 page and do not allow it to be more than 1 page. And then take note of all of the things that I explained. So on this note, I'm closing the video. I wish you good luck in your job applications. Make sure you take heed to all of the advice I gave based on my experience. This CV is award winning. This format I used is award winning, and it got me lots of jobs. At a time, I was even confused on which of them to select, and I know the same will be for you when you use this format and you also apply for your job. So you can go ahead to share this video with friends who you know that are looking for a job. Either they are new here in Canada, or they've been here in Canada for some time and they've not gotten the job, or they want to change job. Encourage them to watch this video. So if you think this video has really helpful, come on, give this video a thumbs up sign, click on by clicking on the like button, put on your bell notification so that whenever I make a new video, you will be the first to be notified. If there's any part of this CV, of this resume that you do not understand, or ideas that you want to share with me on your resume on what to add and what not to add, kindly drop all of your comments in the comment section. As you all know, I do my best at all times to answer all of your questions. Like, no matter how lengthy they are, I do answer all of your questions, and I await testimonies from you. Take good care. Bye.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I